What's up, guys? Dr. Sina from MOVABILITY here, and today we're talking injury prevention. A lot of you have been asking me, hey, does this stretch or does this exercise help prevent injuries? It's a little bit more complicated than that, but I'll be teaching you everything you need to know today on how to make your body a bit more resilient and robust so your likelihood of being injured can be reduced. Now, this doesn't guarantee that you won't get injured. You could just trip on something and fall and get hurt. You could get into a car accident. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen, but if your body is more resilient, again, when those things do come up, you will bounce back quicker. So you're wondering why I'm holding a glass jar. This is just to help you guys visualize things, so stay tuned for that. But first you need to learn a formula. So this is how the formula goes. If an external load on the body is larger than your body's ability or capacity to manage or handle that load, you will get injured. So that's the basic formula. So this glass jar contains your body's ability to handle certain loads. So let's say this entire glass jar is your body's ability, and then this space inside is everything that happens in your life on a daily basis. So we're going to use chocolates for life events because everybody loves chocolate. So this is work. This is kids, this is leisure activities, this is sports you like to play, this is gym, this is maybe one night where you didn't get enough sleep, this could be one night where you didn't get enough water, this could be a couple days of stress, and let's say you had a traumatic event in your life. You're experiencing maybe an episode of depression, anxiety, so all of that. As you can see, the more you have to deal with, the more this jar fills. So what happens is once you reach, for example, the tipping point, so it's full right now, you start to get injured. Once there's no more room for things to go into here, falls out, you get hurt. So what we do, what our job here is, to take a look at you as a human, as a whole, and see what modifications need to be made to reduce your risk of injury using that formula in the beginning. So we have two options. One is to increase the size of this glass jar, which is to increase your capacity to handle life demands or external loads. Or we can try to reduce some of the clutter in here. So maybe teach you a little bit more about good nutrition for recovery, better sleep, some exercises you can do. Or for example, let's say stress management. So now we've created some wiggle room so you can now go back to your life and do a couple more things and you have some space to play with. But another option, like I said, is to make this jar bigger. So how do you make this jar bigger? You have to make the body stronger. You have to move well and move often. So take this for example. You see this in basketball all the time. Guys land badly, sprain their ankle or tear an Achilles or an ACL. But why is it that those guys bounce back from their injuries so much faster than somebody who is a weekend warrior, for example, sits on the couch most of the winter, the spring or summer comes around, he goes to play ball with his buddies, sprains his ankle, and that pain and discomfort and mobility issues, those last for years. That's because that person isn't as resilient as a basketball player, for example, a professional basketball player who's over time built his body up to the point where this glass jar is huge. So his ability to also increase the size of this glass jar is much better than somebody who is not as resilient or as fit. So this is the basic formula. You have two options. Either take away some of the things in your life which are filling up your ability to deal. So you need to be sleeping, you need to be eating well, drinking lots of water, getting your macro and micronutrients so your body can actually recover, okay? Or you need to work every day to make this jar bigger by doing exercises working on mobility, doing as much as you possibly can to get better every single day. Even if it's just a little bit better, it'll over time grow and add to the size of this jar. Now let's say that you have an athlete like a bodybuilder who's in prep, right? When you're in prep, this jar gets smaller. Why? Because sleep gets affected in prep. You're not eating enough macronutrients to really be repairing injuries. And at the same time, maybe your micronutrients are on point, but micronutrients without the proper macronutrients don't really have that much of an effect. So if you have any questions, leave them below. I'll get back to you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little complicated, but again, in summary, just think about this. This jar is your life and your ability to withstand external loads or demands that are placed on you in life. These chocolates are life events. So if we fill this up to the rim, you'll get injured. Okay, if you fill it up to the rim and there's chocolates falling out, you'll get hurt. But if you can manage to increase the size of this to the point where most demands placed on you fit nicely in the jar and there is some wiggle room, you will be less likely to get hurt. Again, it's not a guarantee, less likely, and you'll be able to bounce back faster. So leave a like, share this video, tell me what you guys think, what are your experiences, and see you in the next one.